All right, all right. Dreams, interpreting dreams. What do they actually mean? Last night, I had an interesting dream that I've been thinking about all day, and it made me actually go and do some research on it to find out what it meant. Usually, when I have a dream and it makes me curious, I'll ask a friend, what do you think that means? And she'll look it up and she'll tell me, oh, well, that means this or that means that. But this time, I decided to do the research myself because, thinking about what it meant or what I thought it meant, people tend to try and kill your dreams because they don't have their own or whatever the case may be. So this one I wanted to find out on my own. When I did the research, I found it very interesting because it talked about new doors opening up and me just moving into a different level of my life and moving forward. So the dream was the two things that stood out to me the most was one of the things was a window falling out, which was very strange to me. There wasn't a person falling out of the window, but it was just the window just fell out. It wasn't any particular kind of window. I didn't like a bay window or whatever. I don't know where I was. I just remember sitting and watching this window fall out. The second part of it that stood out to me was dreams bounce around. So from watching this window fall out, I then went into the office to hear that someone had died. So when I did the research on the interpretation of this dream and what it could possibly mean, I found it very, very interesting. And it really actually related to things that I'm going through right now because the window falling out talked about changes that you're making in your life and moving forward, positive things, good things are about to happen. The part about someone dying, most people think that dreaming about death is a bad thing, but in actuality, from my research anyway, it talked about you about to make a change in your life and actually cutting out a particular part of your life. So for me, I related it to the office. Like I said, I went into the office in the dream. I went into the office to hear that someone had died. And it relates for me because, one of my main goals is to be able to quit my job. So I took that interpretation to mean that that is something that I'm about to cut out of my life. The job, to get rid of the job, the just over broke, the jumping over bills, all of that is done. It's a goal that I've been working towards and one that I get closer to every day. So now subconsciously, I'm dreaming about that. And the window falling out is a sign of stepping into new things. It's also could be a sign of getting rid of a bad habit, so the entire thing was just positive to me. And actually, I've still been thinking about it all day long because I know that that's right in line with my vision and where I want to go. So that particular dream and interpretation of it, I chose to look up myself so that I wouldn't allow someone else's negativity to possibly creep in there and try to kill it for me. And there's certain different meanings of what it could be. All of it in my mind and relating to me, all of it was positive. But unfortunately, a lot of people are stuck with the 40-40-40 plan, which still doesn't work. Didn't work for my grandmother, my mother. It hasn't worked for me. It won't work for my kids or my grandkids. And it's something that I am working towards getting away from. So maybe, you can relate if you are in a position where you're ready to quit your job as well. But I just found this particular dream very, very interesting. And I'm sure a lot of it had to do also with the fabulous Empower Hour call that we were on last night. The guest speaker was a gentleman by the name of Hank, who is or was a personal chef. And he shared his story of triumph, how he's overcome being addicted to drugs for a decade or so, he indicated, and how he's been able to move forward and just staying motivated and inspired, things that he's doing and things that I'm also doing at the same time, like listening to positive audios, reading personal development things to help me grow. And I know that I'm moving towards things that this dream interpretation actually told me is what's going on in my life. So I just thought that was really interesting and wanted to share it with you guys. Hope you are having a great day. This is Tina Rhodey, aka the Divergent Mompreneur. Make today one of your best, and always, always keep moving towards your dreams. Take care for now.